Hello everybody, welcome to another Nephilim builds. It's Pride Month and we're going to be celebrating by making various LGBTQIA+ characters in media. Today we're going to cross that bridge when we get there as Bumblebee from RWBY. As always, keep in mind these videos are about capturing the spirit of the characters rather than capturing their abilities perfectly. With that said, let's start with Blake, because her letter comes before Yang's. Using the same point array, we'll put the 15 in dexterity. Swinging, slashing, shooting, whipping, dodging, she can do it all. After that's the 14 in intelligence. Team RWBY has 1 brain cell and Blake has joint custody with Weiss. We put the 13 in constitution, her aura can take a beating. Next is the 12 in wisdom, those ears aren't just for show, and then the 10 is strength. We'll dump charisma, she didn't pull Yang, Yang pulled her. For race, Blake is more girl than cat, so we're going to take Swift Strides Shifter. We'll put our increases into dexterity, intelligence, and constitution, pick acrobatics, and get dark vision of 60 feet and shifting. Allows us to speak Common and Leonin because Kitty. She was a child soldier even before becoming a huntress, so we'll take the soldier background. We'll get military rank, athletics and intimidation, land vehicles, and dice. Moving on to class, we're going to start off as a fighter. We get strength and constitution saving throws, pick perception and survival, and be proficient with all weapons, armor, and shields. At level 1, we get second wind in our fighting style, taking archery. We'll get more use out of Gamble Shroud's pistol than by dual wielding the sheath. At level 2, we'll get action surge, and at level 3, we'll get our martial archetype. We're going to take Echo Knight, getting Manifest Echo and Unleash Incarnation to get our semblance. At level 4, we'll get crossbow expert to mix some ranged combat in with our swordplay. Slight problem though. I may have mentioned this at some point, but Crossbow Expert only removes the loading property, which says that you can only make 1 attack with a weapon per action because of how long it takes to load. It doesn't do anything about the ammunition property, which says that you need a free hand to ready the ammo. Which is why the bonus action hand crossbow attack normally only works if you make your attack action with a hand crossbow and have no other weapon in your other hand. So if we actually want to do this, we've got to get around this little problem. You already know where I'm going with this. We're going to multi-class the Artificer, getting Thieves' Tools and Tinker's Tools. All of those trick weapons must need a ton of maintenance. At level 1, we get Magical Tinkering and 2 cantrips. We'll take Guidance to fill the slot, and then Thorn Whip. I've always assumed that this was a thing, but we do all use this spell to swing around, right? We'll also prepare 2 spells, taking Expeditious Retreat for speed and Featherfall. Cats always land on their feet. Also, what is fall damage? At level 2, we'll get our infusions, taking Repeating Shot. Now that we don't have to load our hand crossbow, we can do the whole slashy shooty thing. We'll also pick Enhanced Weapon and take Absorb Elements for resistances. Back to Fighter, at level 5 we'll get Extra Attack, and at level 6 we'll bump our Dexterity and Intelligence. Since our Intelligence modifier is higher, we'll prepare Shield of Faith from Artificer to buff our aura. We're now going to multi-class the Wizard, getting Arcane Recovery at level 1. We'll also get 3 cantrips, taking Mage Hand to yoink something with Gamble Shroud and Booming Blade to add some dust to an attack. We'll also take Light, those swirls are bright enough to work as a light source. We'll also start with 4 spells, taking Longsighter for speed, Jump to jump good, and Mage Armor for our aura. We'll also take Shield to block. At level 2, we'll get our Arcane Tradition, taking Blade Singing for performance and Blade Song. Weirdly enough, Blake doesn't have a standalone song. All of her songs are either duets or sung to her. But since we're teaming up with Yang, we'll go with Nevermore. I'll also draw a blank and then cash it in for Mirror Image at level 3 for more Semblance clones. I'll also take Misty Step for some teleportation. Back to Fighter, at level 7 we'll get Echo Avatar, and at level 8 we'll take the Resilient feat for Dexterity. At level 9 we'll get Indomitable, and level 10 we'll get Shadow Martyr. We've now got 4 different clones that can take a hit for us. Back to Wizard, at level 4 we'll take the Mobile feat and take Prestidigitation for Dust effects. We'll also take Enhance Ability for Super Vanus feats. At level 5 we'll take Blink for some more Semblance teleporting shenanigans. At level 6 we'll get the Special Blade Singer extra attack and take Haste for more speed. Cat Girl go brr. At level 7 we'll take Fire Shield for fire and ice clones. We're still technically taking damage, but it's the best we can do. Lastly, at level 8 we'll cap our dexterity and take protection from energy for resistances. Now that we're level 20, we finally have our modifiers. We'll take a pair of scimitars if you want to dual wield Gamble Shroud in its sheath, and a hand crossbow for the pistol. We'll also take a component pouch. Our AC at Mage Armor is 18, our movement speed is 40, and our average HP is 166 with 2d8, 8d6, and 10d10 hit dice. And with that, we are done. But Blake can't beat up her abusive ex by herself, so Yang will have to lend a hand. Using the same point array, but the 15 is strength. Everybody loves a good brawler. Next is the 14 in dexterity. She's almost as agile as she is strong. After that's the 13 in wisdom. Learning to keep a cool head is a big part of her character arc. We'll put the 12 in the constitution. Don't worry, we'll raise this. We just need multi-class requirements first. We'll put the 10 in charisma. I wish we could get this higher, and we'll dump intelligence. I wasn't kidding about the brain cell. For race, we're going to go with a variant human, putting our increases into strength and wisdom and taking the tough feat. We'll also take animal handling and speak Common and Leonin because kitty girlfriend. We'll take the soldier background again with all the same stuff as before. Yang just got started a little later than Blake. Moving on to class, we're going to start off as a fighter. We'll get strength and constitution saving throws, pick acrobatics and perception, and be proficient with all weapons, armor, and shields. At level 1, we get second wind in our fighting style, taking unarmed fighting for punches. We're now going to multi-class the barbarian, getting rage and unarmored defense. This isn't quite our semblance yet, but we'll get there. It's a slow burn. We're now going to multi-class the monk, getting martial arts and another unarmored defense. This is the one we'll be using for now. At level 2, we'll get key and unarmored movement. At level 3, we'll get deflect missiles, key field attack, and our monastic tradition. Yang is the golden one who burns just like the sun, so we'll take the way of the sun soul for radiant sunbolt. This will be Ember Celica's ranged shot. Now for the melee. Back to barbarian. At level 2, we'll get danger sense and reckless attack, and level 3, we'll get survival and our primal path. We'll take the path of the zealot, getting warrior of the gods and divine fury, radiant ranged attacks, radiant melee attacks, false semblance activated. Back to fighter. At level 2, we'll get action surge, and level 3, we'll get our martial archetype. We'll take champion, getting improved critical. Nothing fancy here, just straight to the point. Which is about the only straight thing going on here. At level 4, we'll raise our strength, and then at barbarian 4, we'll cap our strength. At monk level 4, we'll get slow fall and raise dexterity. Wow, those ASIs almost took as long as this ship did. At level 5, we get extra attack, stunning strike, and focused aim, and at level 6, we get keen powered strikes and searing arc strike. At level 7, we'll get evasion and stillness of mind, and level 8, we'll raise our constitution. Back to barbarian. At level 5, we'll get fast movement, at level 6, we'll get fanatical focus. At level 7, we'll get feral instinct and instinctive pounce to dive into the fray, and at level 8, we'll raise our constitution. Now that we're level 20, we finally have our modifiers. Our AC with barbarian on our defense is 16, our movement speed is 55, and our average HP is 224 with 4d10, 8d8, and 8d12 hit dice. And with that, we are done. Now what can these girls do? To start, both of these girls are incredibly tanky, with Blake packing high AC and clones while Yang face tanks with a ton of HP and physical resistances. They also have insane combo game, both swinging 3 times a turn without spending resources. In total, Yang can pump out 6 attacks with her action, action surge, and flurry of blows. Meanwhile, Blake can use her action surge, unleash incarnation on both, a haste action, and her bonus action to hit 8 times. And as a blade singer, she can use booming blade on at least 2 of those attacks. Maybe 3, I'm not entirely sure if the Blade Singer extra attack applies to a haste attack action. Weirdly enough, Blake ended up being the bigger damage dealer while Yang ended up being faster. How did that happen? Oh, plus all of their damage is magical. For weaknesses, Blake's spellcasting and Yang's sunbolts have uncapped modifiers. Also, Blake needs a few turns to set up all of her buffs, even if she uses action surge. Meanwhile, the multiclassing really hurts the Zealot Barbarian's damage potential. Lastly, Yang gets folded by mind flayers, and Blake is a goner if someone casts banishment. Weaknesses aside, these two will have each other's backs for now and forevermore. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description. $1 a month gives you 2-day early access to my videos, a chance to vote for future characters, and access to all of my homebrew content. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments, and I'll see you all next time when I make Growl from Black Butler.